There we go. Now we're live. Right? Game on. There we go. All right, welcome. Welcome to Tuesday's Q&A. I say Q&A live. All right, you guys, this is our weekly Q&A, which really gives you an opportunity to ask your questions. Here at Decker Truckline, we do our very best to make sure that you know all of what's going on here, keep you up to date on our monthly bonuses, which is what we're talking about today, any company policies, procedures, changes that might come about, and just updates all around. So speaking of updates, the Des Moines terminal, not so much the terminal, but the path to the terminal has changed because of construction finally being finished. So you can now get there through 51st. So there you go. That's the path. Lisa describes it a little bit different. She uses actual landmarks, and I can't remember the landmarks. But there you go. That's the new path. So keep it in mind if you guys have any questions. For those, for our Decker drivers who we have your email addresses, we did send you an email Friday afternoon letting you know of the update and the path to take. So step by step on getting you there and not getting you lost. So welcome, you guys. As always, the chat is open. So if you have any questions that you'd like addressed or answered, please go ahead and put it in the chat. And then we will answer them as they come in. So Amy's here. Hello. Iowa's roadwork is just as bad as Missoula. Always. It's never ending. And what's with the Missoula, between Bonner and East Missoula? Has that ever ended? I've never seen that end. It's always been there for as long as I can remember. All right. Hello. Is that Anna there? Or is that Katie? One of the two, I'm sure. All right. So we've got the chat. It's still there. I know it's been there for as long as I can remember. Yes, indeed. All right, so we're going to talk about our bonuses, and we'll talk about our bonuses. We have monthly bonuses. We have more than just the monthly bonuses, but that's what we'll be focusing on today. And just to give you a brief overview, right now we do have a $5,000 sign-on bonus for most of our positions that is available. It pays quarterly. It's $12.50 per quarter, plus an additional 5 cents a mile for all the miles over 25,000 if you're running in either the dry van or the refrigerated divisions, and an extra 5 cents a mile if you're running over 20,000 miles for the quarter in the flatbed division. So a little bit different depending on the division that you're running in, but it's 5 cents more. And you obviously can make more than the $12.50. You can make around $1,500 or so for the total of the sign-on bonus, quarterly payout for the sign-on bonus. There you go. It's a lengthy term because it's our accelerated sign-on bonus. So there's a lot to it. If you have any questions on it, feel free to give me a holler to ask away. We'll be addressing those as they come in. As it is right now, it is still the $5,000 though. And then, of course, we have our referral bonuses that are going on. Our referral bonus pays out, the base is $1,500 for the hire. So if you refer somebody, they're hired on, they meet our qualifications, they hire on, you'll get $250 on first dispatch. You'll get a second $250 after they've been here for 30 days. And at both 60 and 90 days, you'll get a $500 payment. There's Anna. Hello. So we do have... the referral bonus pays out $1,500 within 90 days, but the more people you refer, the more that referral bonus goes up. So if you refer 4 or 5 drivers within 2021, it's going to go up to $2,000 for the year per driver there. And then for 6 or more drivers, it'll be $2,500 per driver. And it still pays out within 90 days. It just goes up. So it's a little bit more for you. Can't argue with that. Plus, we've got the competition in full swing for those of you who are wondering. With the referral bonus, let's see, we did the drawing on the 31st of September. I had to look, but we just did the drawing not quite a month ago for the quarterly. That was the third quarter drawing. And anybody who refers somebody and they're hired on, your name gets put into, well, I was going to say a hat, but it's not really a hat. It's a little cooler that I put all your names in. And then if your name is drawn, you have your choice of a laptop, a tablet, or $1,000 prize. So there you go. Hey, Corbin, good to see you. Congratulations. I believe that is in order. Congrats. Good to hear. Getting married. Well, at least engaged. I don't know if you've made the next step to scheduling anything, but congratulations. That's great news for you. So yes, we have the referral bonus that does pay heavily. And then in addition to the quarterly sign-on bonus, the quarterly drawing and the base payout, there's a lot of other incentives as well. And I'm just going to, just briefly hitting on this unless you guys have other questions on it. But you can check it out on our website, which is drivedecker.com/driver-referral if you want more information on the referral package and what that all entails. You do get a t-shirt, not quite like this, but a little bit like this. You'll get a Decker referral t-shirt. You'll get business cards, which come in so handy. We upped that, so instead of having to wait till you had 3 hires, we bumped it up to the first one so you can take advantage of that right away. And then we have the tumbler after you've referred 3, along with a $100 gift card to Pilot Flying J. After 5 referrals, and again, you've got the monetary amount that's following each one of these. But after 5 referrals, you'll get an elite team jacket, like team referral jacket. You'll get you're also in the running at that point for the grand champion of the referral. The grand champion, so far we've had just one for this since we've held this. We've held it for, I think this is our third year. In 2019, we had Jesus Torres won the grand champion for the referral, and he won it within the last quarter. I kid you not, all of his referrals were in the last quarter. So I kid you not when I tell you that it is possible to get all of those. So an extra $11,000 between the referrals and all of the incentives that go along with it. It's an extra $2,500 in cash as well for winning the over 5, having the top referrals. But you do have to have at least 5 for that. Corbin says, we're looking at the checkbook. It's already crying. I hear you. I hear you well, way too well. I know exactly what you're talking about. Yep, I know. Right, Amy? Can I elect a driver of the year? Lisa. Well, if it worked that way, then you betcha. But the driver of the year, remember you get driver of the year. Well, first of all, you get driver of the month. And from driver of the month, you can earn driver of the year. And from driver of the year, you can win grand champion. Now, this is a different grand champion. This is like the grand poobah of all of it. This is a $15,000 prize. Not just the $2,500 for the referral bonus. So yeah, heck of a bonus for the grand champion of our fleet. Now, speaking of, so that's a great comment actually. Let's talk about the driver of the months because I get to talk about that today too. Katie gave me permission, which means we got all the information all at once. All right, so these are our driver of the year, or the driver of the months for September. Western Refrigerated, Travis Gatling. Now you can see the winners each get $150 gift card plus a $50 gift card to our Decker store, or a $50 credit, however you want to call that. So we have that as well. So again, it's a $150 gift card to Walmart and then a $50 gift card to our Decker store, so you can get all kinds of goodies from that. The winners, again, Western Refrigerator, Travis Gatling. Midwest Flatbed, Christopher Roberts. Southern Flatbed, Mark Kogel. See how it makes it up a bit for you. Midwest Refrigerated, Eduardo Villabas. And then we had our owner-operator, lease purchase, Charles Baker Villabas. I can't speak today. There we go. Better than yesterday, though. I read everybody's out. If you watch our Facebook Live, I tell you what, there's a heck of a list yesterday of winners. So those are our winners. If you were nominated, you also get a prize. It's a $100 gift card, Walmart gift card, and then a gift from the Decker store that Steph sends out. So we'll be checking that out as well. The way that the driver of the month works is there's a little bit of criteria, and it's not defined per se like our scorecard and our smart drive is. We definitely take the smart drive and the scorecard bonuses into account, but driver performance overall, going the extra mile and things like that, literally going the extra mile, but helping out with the driver managers, that kind of stuff does factor in. You can only be driver of the month once within a calendar year. So we'll have 12 driver of the months for each division. Now, in some cases, we don't have, like, say, our teams, because we have fewer teams, we might not have a driver of the month for all of them if the one who would have earned driver of the month already did. So keep that in mind. But we have one chance to win a year, within a 12-month period for the driver of the month. From driver of the month in each of the divisions, from the driver of the month, you are then put into, I guess, the pool, or at least the available individuals who can win driver of the year for that division. So there's only going to be no more than 12 drivers in a division. And teams, you guys are a crew, so that doesn't count. But there's not going to be more than 12 drivers within that driver of the year pool. So by the time, if you claim driver of the month, one of the months within the 12-month period, then your name automatically goes into the driver of the year pool. Instead of competing against 200 drivers, you are now competing against 12 for that division. So it sure narrows it down. Your odds are way better by the time you got up here. I mean, you had to earn that spot, don't get me wrong. And our drivers they do a phenomenal job. You'll see here in a minute how impressive numbers actually are. So not only did you win as the driver of the month, but the driver of the year. The driver of the year for each division gets $3,000. $3,000 in cash. And that's awarded usually during our driver of the year award banquet, which we'd like to be the banquet, which is usually around April, May, give or take a little bit there. So that is a big ordeal. We also honor our million mile winners. We had a 5 million mile winner last year, Kirby. Huge shout out. Congrats on that one. But yeah, we have all these awards during that ceremony. It's a lot of fun and usually a lot of food as well. So we like that. But you can't argue when it comes to that. Now, from the driver of the year, so you went from the division, which could have had 250 people and drivers in that division. It could have gone then to the 12 in that division that is now competing for that driver of the year. And then from driver of the year, it is then narrowed down once more to 6 drivers, or 6 different divisions, 7 if you count the team. And then the grand champion is chosen from those 6 divisions, just those winners of the 6 divisions. And that is the $15,000. So, that is a lot, but yes, it is definitely doable, and a huge congrats to all those who have done well. Last year was Tony Vasquez, which is our Southeast, or our over-the-road flatbed division, who won that. Charles Gam the year before. So just a phenomenal people, can't brag enough. So we love to see that. This year, however, we've already done September. We're working on October right now. We've got October, November, December. We have 3 months to exceed $90,000 payout for the month. Yes, the payout. This is how it works. We have basically put on this challenge because we think we are clever. I'd like to know who else thinks this is pretty exciting, because I do. We've been throwing this out there, right, Aim, for what, a couple of months? We've been throwing this out there where we'd love to hit $90,000 payout for the month between the scorecard and the smart drive. This month we have hit or paid out over $83,000. So it is very doable, but we still have that finish line up ahead of us. It is still up the hill. We still have a ways to go, but it is so doable, and we absolutely love it. The last several months, we have exceeded our, just time over and time over, have exceeded our top numbers. So we love to see that. Absolutely. Keep it going. Phenomenal. But our goal is 90,000. Reason being, this is the 90th year that Decker has been in business. So Decker Truck Lines has been rolling for 90 years solid. We're very excited to see it go for 90 more. However, we want to beat this challenge before we go to the next stop, right? You got to keep challenging yourselves. And that's why we always have our games. So 90,000, that's what we want to see the payout. So what happens when we hit the 90,000? Well, we figured we better put something out there that sounds fun. So what we did, I'm sorry, it's funny to me. But what we did is we've put it out there. If we can get over 90,000 for the month that pays out, we're going to get some pie in the faces. Not you guys. I mean, you guys earned that. We're thinking we might throw a few pie in the faces up a little bit higher. Maybe into some management or something. We might have to choose. There's more to that. So we'll get you more information on that. But if you are going to be part of that, earning the right to pie in the face, you need to have 825 points or above on your scorecard and 20 points or below on your Smart Drive. So very exciting. And Corbin says, I agree with Amy. There's a select few. When I talk about Decker, they pop into my head. Lisa, it happens to be. Yes. Yep. And it's based off of performance. You know, the driver of the year, the grand champions, those are based off of performance. So she is definitely one that has done well. Now, I'm putting this out there. She did, up until, not this last month, but the month before, so August, she had perfect scorecard all year round. And we still have a couple that are in the running, that have owned the title a couple of times. But yes, we love to see the competition. There is more competition than there was a few years ago, which is so impressive. So impressive. And the competition not only in the scorecard, but the Smart Drive too. It's huge. Amy says, gotta run. All right, you take care. So let's take a look at the scorecard. I'm going to start there because then you guys can kind of see what all it entails to get the scorecard. First of all, these are all the people, all of our professional drivers who had a perfect score of 1,000. 825 or above will earn you a bonus, anywhere from 1 to 3 cents more, 1 to 4 cents more per mile as a company driver. 1 to 4 cents, or I don't even know what I'm talking about. There we go. 1 to 3 cents more as a owner-operator lease purchase. There we go. That's what I wanted to say. But those are all of the people that won both company and owner-operated lease purchase as well. Perfect scores. That's impressive, you guys. $83,249.49. That's how much we paid out between the scorecard and the Smart Drive. So here you can see we had 261 company drivers receive a bonus of at least some portion of the scorecard bonus. And we had 44 owner-operators lease purchase that received that. $53,792.28 was the total bonus for our company drivers in the scorecard. Our Smart Drive payout, our scorecard payout for our owner-operators, over $11,000, almost $12,000. Again, well done to everybody. And I'm showing this list. This is, you have to hear me mess up everybody's names and to read everybody out, you have to watch the Facebook Live because that's where they're at. Yes. What a list. Very impressive. Very impressive indeed. Now we've got the Smart Drive list. So you think this one is big. Smart Drive. Boom. Yes. Every one of these names that you see on here received a perfect score on their Smart Drive. A perfect Smart Drive score. Kid you not. Impressive. Owner-operators, lease purchase, company drivers. That's a perfect score. So I talked a little bit about the scorecard, and the scorecard is going to be made up of on-time delivery, your fuel compliance, your idle time. You've got the no claims, no preventable accidents, no Of course, miles, no claims, no accidents, no CSA violations. So there it is. CSA violations, preventable accidents, on-time delivery, miles, idle time, fuel compliance. Those are all factors in the Smart Drive, or excuse me, in the scorecard numbers, the 1,000. There we go. Yep, all of those. So, and then they're all weighed a little bit different on the scorecard. You know, some are worth more than others, and that's why you can get anywhere from 825 to 1,000 points, which pays out anywhere from 1 to 4 cents a mile on the company side. Now, on the owner, operator, and lease purchase, we don't factor in your idle time. We don't factor in your fuel compliance. Because in all honesty, if you don't have a good handle on those, you're going to see a loss in income anyway, because your fuel, idle time, or I guess your miles per gallon, those are all huge factors for an owner, operator, lease purchase. I mean, that's your bottom line at that point. So it's not like you need to cut into it twice. So that's why we don't do that. Now with the Smart Drive, a little bit different. The Smart Drive is based off of your Smart Drive unit in the truck. And for those of you who aren't familiar with what a Smart Drive unit is, it encompasses the inward and outward facing event recorders, the lane departure, the speed gauge, the following distance. All of those features are included in the Smart Drive unit. Now, in order to earn the penny per mile on all the miles that you completed for the month, you need to make sure that you have a maximum of 20 points on the scorecard. Now, perfect score is 0. Completely opposite of the scorecard. The scorecard is 1,000. You want that big number. In the Smart Drive, you want the little number. You want 0. So 20 and below will pay out that penny per mile. Those who got the perfect score, of course, have even more bragging rights. So congratulations to all of you who had that. Again, here is the payout for our Smart Drive. We had over $16,000 payout on the company side and $1,300 on our owner-operator lease purchase. It's phenomenal. Yes, indeed. 190 company drivers, 11 owner-operators. So basically, we had to right at the 200 mark, 201, for the total payouts for the Smart Drive unit. Congratulations, you guys. Seriously, though, the number of people who received the perfect score on the Smart Drive just blows my mind. Blows my mind. It's very impressive. You guys have done a phenomenal job. And, you know, those numbers are not low, or they're not extremely high either for us. We've seen an increase every month on that Smart Drive, improvement from people consistently. But not only that, it's been fairly steady. So it's not like it's all of a sudden popped up. This is consistent. Initially, not so much. Not when we started this a few years ago. I think it was 2017. I can't remember for the life of me. But no, we have seen improvement for sure. Each month keeps going up a little by little, and we love to see that improvement. And if we can continue to do that, we have a pretty good chance of hitting that 90,000 and throwing a little bit of pie in someone's face. Speaking of pie in face, is that a game that you guys play, that any of you play during the Halloween week? Yes? No? What is your favorite game to play when it's Halloween? When you're celebrating Halloween? And some of you might not celebrate Halloween. Totally get it. Totally get it. Anna says over $770,000 paid out in 2020. $770,000. That's just in the scorecard and the Smart Drive bonuses. Holy smoly. And I know for a fact that we have paid out more than that in 2021. I think we have exceeded that already. I'm going to have to go do some calculating. Go get the numbers out in my calculator. I never thought about that, Anna. Didn't even look at those numbers. That's awesome. Awesome, awesome. Love to see that. Doing a little bit of math on there. All right, Halloween week. This is what I want to know. We've got some games. You know we do. We don't like to go too long without a little competition. Or a game, whatever. It's not so much competition. This one is more of a game. All right, so what we've been doing, yesterday we wanted to know what your favorite treat was. Anna, what's your favorite treat? It's got to be chocolate, right? You're a chocolate fan. So what is your favorite treat for Halloween? And you guys need to go to our Facebook page, not at this very second, but you need to go to the Facebook page, facebook.com/DTLink, and post a pic in that thread of your favorite candy. Chocolate and free. Well, that's a good combo. Free, chocolate, candy, awesome. I'm going to say my favorite when it comes to Halloween is popcorn balls. It gives me a great excuse to make caramel popcorn balls. And I do like those. Yes, indeed. However, you can't distribute those like we used to, where you just, I'd make all the caramel popcorn balls for the kids at school and then send them there. Nope. I got to buy store-bought now. It's got to have packaging. Gluten-free too. There's more requirements. That's all right. We'll do that. More caramel popcorn balls for me. All right, today we're talking about Halloween movies. What is your favorite Halloween movie? Favorite Halloween movie? I saw some of the pictures on there. I didn't know what they were for. And you need to have like a still shot of it. Send that sucker in. Let's see what it is. I did not know what some of them were. I'm not a big scary movie fan though. Not at all. I will avoid that for sure. I like action movies, but they're not scary. Right? Amy's back. All right. All right, tomorrow we get to see some pictures of carved or decorated pumpkins. Ooh, which makes me think I forgot to take a couple of pictures when I with the decorations. I'll have to do that before they disappear. Then on Thursday, Halloween decorations, which I've been seeing some of them. A shout out to Diane and Sean Swallows. I saw some of that. Amy says, I'm in the same, Disney or kids or nothing. Yeah, well, no, I totally like action movies. Like Lethal Weapon is one of my favorites. Die Hard is most definitely my favorite movies. So, yeah, I like action. Disney, of course, as well. I don't think you can go wrong there. Really can't. What's another one? Let's see. So Halloween decorations. We've got Halloween activities. Like, what's your Halloween game? Halloween activities, I told everybody yesterday too, but we went to a haunted Trail of Terror. I have never gone to a haunted house or Trail of Terror before. It was all inclusive. So there was terror. There was haunting. There were little munchkins coming out of the ground, popping up, scaring the bejeebers out of you. That was super funny. It is, Abe. Totally. Well, the one is. Anna says, I can not so scary. Yeah. Not a fan of the scaries, but I know a lot of you guys absolutely love them. There was a scary movie that I watched, and I've seen it actually a couple of times. I can't remember what it was. It was the scariest thing to me ever. And the part that I remember is a flashback to somebody in the water reaching out. That was absolutely horrifying to me. And I think other than that, it wasn't that scary of a movie, but I don't know. I can't remember what it was. It absolutely scared me. Had I known that I'd already seen it, I wouldn't have watched it again. But I clearly wasn't paying attention. What's your favorite Halloween character then? Amy still needs to do pumpkins. Yep. Anna says 181 is the average monthly bonus payout in 2020 versus 2006 this year. Woohoo! Yeah. So what's your favorite character? My Halloween character. Anna says Casper. Way to go safe. What about Beetlejuice? Is Beetlejuice it's a Halloween one, right? I think it is. Yeah, it might be. Zero? Like, is that a character or is that like you don't have one? I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with you, Abe. I don't know if I have one. Although the favorite movie, mine is Practical Magic. That's not scary though. That's just funny. Isn't it? That's not scary. I can't do scary, she says. Okay, you got that. That's where I was going with that one. Okay, so Sunday is the pet costume day, so make sure you guys get your pictures up there. Make sure you get your pictures on our Facebook page, facebook.com/DTL Inc., and share a favorite picture of your pet. If any of you are putting pictures of cats in costumes, I will be super impressed. There's no way in Hank that my cat would allow that. Amy says Zero is Jack's dog in Nightmare Before Christmas. Oh yeah, totally have never seen that. I have not. Never have I ever have an interest in seeing that. It just does not look good to me. Not at all. Yeah, not a big... Halloween isn't my favorite holiday, so I'm not huge on it. I mean, any excuse for candy is not a bad thing, but you know. Yeah, I haven't seen that. Very interesting. All right, so it is on. Also being on, for those of you who have not already submitted your pictures for the calendar, get it in. Get it in. We've got the calendar. Do I not have the details on that? How do I not? Let me look. Hang on. New. All right. Let's get this up here. We've got our calendar for 2022. For those of you who were wondering, the last couple of years we've done a company calendar, which is a lot of fun. It's basically pictures of our trucks that have been submitted by our professional drivers, and they are beautiful. Seriously, gorgeous. I can tell you I don't take that good of pictures. They're really very pretty pictures. Where's my calendar? Well, maybe I don't get to show you, but we do have it. It is going live. It is an option. Get your submissions in to me either at marketing@deckermail.com, or you can also send them into facebook.com/DTL Inc. So marketing@deckermail.com or facebook.com/DTL Inc. I do have some beautiful ones coming in, or that have already come in, like lots of them, and we've been sharing them on our TikTok. So if you have seen that, here's a couple. Beautiful pictures. That is just a small portion of the ones that have come through. I don't think they are, Amy. I think that is a bummer. I don't think we have any more. Or if they're around anymore. I mean, there might be a couple, and I think the ones that we have, I think Tim Olden sent in a couple of what was left, but yeah. So I do have pictures that have come in, but we love to have the competition. So the more pictures, the merrier. And you can see a lot of those on our TikTok because we kind of done a few slideshows of them. You can also check them out on our Facebook page. And if you are one of our Decker drivers, then check us out in the group. Now we have a couple of groups. We have truck driver support for truck drivers. That's available. That is basically, I monitor that, so I'm putting all the information in there and making sure all the policies, procedures, anything that gets updated, that sucker's getting in there. However, we also have a group that's ran by our drivers, which is Decker Truckline Drivers. That one I've seen a huge, just a camaraderie in, where you guys are supporting, you're helping each other out, answering questions. I love it. I absolutely love it. I'm impressed by that all the time. And I'm seeing it more and more in the truck drivers group, the support group that we have. But the other one was just easier for a lot of people to find and join. So I think that's probably why the majority of it is there. But it's beautiful. Love to absolutely see the camaraderie, the support from each other, the family is really what you see. Amy says, I don't have a Decker truck, So I don't have the challenge to do. I know. You just have to go down the road to the terminal and start taking pics. Actually, Lance took a picture the other day and sent it in. I think it was yesterday. Beautiful picture that he sent in. Wasn't even his truck. That makes me giggle. Well, Lance, of course it wasn't his truck, but it wasn't even the truck he was driving, I should say. But we do have, let me see who it was. I'm not sure who it was, to be honest with you. Let me see if I can find it. Lance. Nope. Can't find it. I'll have to keep looking, but it was a beautiful picture. And I'll just have to make sure that I include it in one of the pictures or something, one of the slideshows. I do like the classic. Now this year, for those of you who saw, now that you're talking about it, let's see. For those of you who had a copy of this is one of the older trucks. This is Tim Olden's. It's our October. It's one of his trucks. You'll probably see. But on the front of this year's, celebrating our 90th, you can see a lot of the older ones. Aren't they beautiful? This is, where am I at? Whoop, there we go. Don, Dale. Sorry, I don't know my way around here. So obviously this one is the recent one. And then 2006. Yeah. Yep, 94. I just love to see the difference in the trucks. 1951, 1939. Very cool. Very cool, very cool. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that Katie and Tammy had to dig pretty hard to find some of those pictures. They just, we do get a lot of pictures in and we don't always see some of those older ones that come through. Is that going to stay or is that going to fall on me here? Oh, Amy, no way, Jose. Amy's talking weather, which could be scary. Speaking of weather, Donner's Pass was closed yesterday. It's now open, for those of you who are wondering. But Donner's Pass was closed yesterday because of snow. It was chain law, and then they closed it and everything else. So, all right. But it's rip-roaring and open as of now. All right, let's get you guys updated on some of the available positions that we've got here for the week. Currently, we do our little quick minute here. Currently, we have a couple of different positions available. If you're looking for our fresh meat fleet, we do have a couple of options. I believe they are not full yet. We had 2 options that came about to us last Friday, and that position does fill quite quickly. It's a $2,000 guarantee. You do need to live in a specific area in Iowa and Illinois to qualify for that. So if you're wondering, you do also need to be experienced. So if you're wondering about it, get a hold of us at 888-668-0698. You can also get a hold of us at drivedecker.com. Apply online and we can get your application, get it to work, get you in there. So there you go. Now we also have our short haul positions available. So if you're looking for flatbed, you live in the Midwest, huge shout out to you because there's a lot of opportunity. Yes, I know it's October, lots of opportunity for flatbed. So we've got some short haul positions, we've got some regional positions. The Chicago area pays $1,700 per week, guaranteed, if you live within 50 miles of Chicago. For some of our outlying areas, it's $1,450 a week, guaranteed home weekly in that position. So good home time, good guarantee. You're getting a great combination of the two of them. We also, with the short haul, for those of you who live in that hiring area, and best thing to do, either put your zip code in the chat if you're wondering about a specific area. Either put your zip code in the chat or give us a call at 888-668-0698. Which shift did you say? I was talking about the fresh meat fleet. that is the one that I was referring to. I wonder why this is still running. Anyway, so the fresh meat fleet is the one that I was referring to. But we have the short haul as well, the 1,700, the 1,450, and the guarantee of 1,000, depending on where you're living, how often you're home. With the short haul, not only does it guarantee you 1,000, but we can get you home on a daily basis. Yeah, daily basis, and still 1,000 a week. 1,000 a week. So, phenomenal. Yep, good options. Now, if you decide that you want to stay out, a day, 2 days at a time, that's totally fine. We can still get you, well, actually, you'd be making more than the $1,000 a week. Most likely, you'd be making, I want to say between 13 and 15 is what a lot of those guys are running on that short haul, just staying out an extra day or so at a time. It can make a big difference. So, and of course, we've got lease purchase options. We've got owner-operator lease purchase options. If you're not interested in company, just, again, give us a holler. You can get a lot of details on our lease purchase program through our YouTube page here. We do have a link that you guys can check out for the lease purchase. And then, of course, additional Midwest flatbed. We have Midwest refrigerated options. We have our Southeastern refrigerated, which our Southeastern refrigerated hires out of the Southeast, but it runs both Southeast and Midwest. You're usually up into the Midwest at least once a week in that one, but it hires, the hiring area for that is Louisiana, areas of Louisiana, areas of Mississippi, of Alabama, Tennessee, up to Louisville, Kentucky. Definitely expanding the area. Like I said, you're doing a lot of Southeast and a lot of Midwest. Usually one trip a week into the Midwest. Now, if you're looking for a dedicated and you have flatbed experience, we have an awesome run in the Nashville, Arkansas area that runs into Dallas, runs into Houston, Monroe, Louisiana. It guarantees you $1,000 a week, but I'm going to flat out tell you this dedicated position is full of miles. If you want to run, there are miles for you to run. And for the most part, our freight we do have the option to broker freight, but the majority, like 99+%, kid you not, is customer freight, contract freight, so it's solid, consistent freight for you. But if you are looking for flatbed dedicated, this is an awesome opportunity. You do need to have, at the very minimum, 9 months of flatbed experience for this one. Like I said, it's a great opportunity for awesome miles, stack it on, and weekly home time. You might even be through the house during the week, but, for like a 10. Because if you live along the route from Texarkana or Nashville, Arkansas, over to Dallas, then odds are you could get through the house once a week as well. Yep. We have a dedicated in the Jacksonville, Florida area. That's also flatbed, does require experience, at least, very, very least 6 months of flatbed experience for that one. And that one is running a lot of central and southern Florida. That was close. I kind of combined 4 words into one. Doesn't work that way. You might be able to figure out what I'm saying. Yeah. Oh, good point. Anna says it's a mixture of daytime and nighttime deliveries. True. But yeah, it's home weekly, a lot of central and southern Jacksonville. Yep. And it's like I said, home weekly. Head down for a delivery and oftentimes a dead head back. So now that's the dedicated out of Florida. We also have multiple home weekly options out of the Southeast for our flatbed, as well as refrigerated. And then we have our over-the-road refrigerated based out of Missoula, Montana. Yes, indeed. Our over-the-road, usually 2 to 3 weeks out at a time, although there's some areas, especially along 90 from Seattle over to Missoula, that can get you home about every 7 to 10 days. So you can get home a little bit more often. We figure for every 7 days out, it's about a day and a half home time. So working with your driver manager on it, so we don't miss any important dates for you. That you need to be home. Of course, those are important. Putting family first. And then, of course, our Midwest dry van. Now, our dry van division does hire in the Southeast as well because we run some Southeast. If you live around the Augusta, Georgia area, Hartwell, Georgia, more specifically, is a phenomenal area for us. Can get you home every 2 weeks. Atlanta, Georgia, about 50-mile radius of there. Anderson, South Carolina, and then along I-80 from Lincoln, Nebraska, or Crete, Nebraska, over to Gary, Indiana, up Fort Wayne, north and south of Fort Wayne, about 50 miles, is also another great area for our dry van division. So again, if you have questions, this is the number you want to give us a call on, 888-668-0698. Yes, I did mention the Nashville, Arkansas dedicated flatbed position that requires experience. Now, if you live in the Midwest and you are inexperienced, we can train for flatbed. We can also train for refrigerated. We can train for refrigerated if you're in the West or the Midwest or wherever. Just let us know what you had in mind. And of course, let's make sure that you meet the qualifications with the schooling. If you are a recent graduate, 160-hour course minimum is what you have to have recently graduated from. So it's a PTDI certified school. If you have a few months of experience, maybe 1-2 months of experience, we can still train you. But if you have multiple months of experience, obviously we're not going to require you to go with a trainer, but we will have you go through a little bit longer orientation instead of just our 2.5-day orientation. It'll be changed to a week long, which is pretty normal. I think we pretty much covered it. Anna, what do you think? What am I missing? Ooh, I know what I'm missing. We have a hopper position. Actually, we have two last. I looked. Let me double check. I believe we have two, a 5 a.m. and an 11 a.m. shift. Let me just double check here. Yes, indeed. So this hopper position is running from Fort Dodge, Iowa, our main terminal, over to Blair, Nebraska, and back. It's roughly, depending on weather, roughly about an 8-hour trip. And then you're oftentimes coming back with a backhaul, but sometimes you won't be. Sometimes you'll be coming back empty. So keep track of weather and everything on that. But it pays per shift. So the 5 a.m. and the 11 a.m. both pay $225 per shift. So $225 per shift. However, on the weekends that you do work, you'll be getting paid $250 instead of the $225, so an extra $25 per shift than you were during the Monday through Friday. Okay, so this is how this works. You have 2 days on, 2 days off, 3 days on, 3 days off, and then back to the 2 on, 2 off, 3 on, 3 off rotation. 3 on, 3 off, 3 off. Did I say that right? In my head I did. There you go. Also, yes, a local driver position available in the Des Moines area. We talked about we've got the shop in Des Moines, and we talked about the new route because the road construction is finally finished. But if you are living in the Des Moines area, you want a daily, like a local position, Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. That one pays $23 an hour, and we do ask that you have a hazmat as well, tanker hazmat endorsement. But that's the number, 888-668-0698 to get you more details on that. All right, well, we do have recruiters available standing by if you have questions and you want to go give them a call before the phones go crazy. And you can also apply directly online at drivedecker.com, and one of the recruiters will give you a call with additional details for you on that as well. Excellent. Very good. If you have any other questions, let me know. Look forward to more opportunity and the calendar pictures. Yes, I want to see more calendar pictures. Might as well throw up some of those pictures on Facebook as well of your Halloween festivities, favorites, all of the above. Here, I'll throw this back up here so you see. There you go. That is what we'll be putting on our Facebook throughout the week. Like I said, we already posted your favorite treat and your favorite movie. You can go back on one of those threads and add to it so that we can get your input. By the way, anybody who participates in that, you will get a little treat sent with you. So you'll get a Halloween goodie. So your own little trick or treat. Which is good because now that I'm thinking of this, I'm like, sweet. already started participating, so I'm a little excited. I'm waiting for my candy. Yeah, check it out. You'll see some of the examples that Katie's been working on for goodies. All right, any other questions that I may have missed? Anna, did we cover them all? I don't think I saw any others. Nope. All right. Well, for weather updates, feel free to continue to watch out on our Facebook page. We'll update you as we find anything. But the best thing to do is to check on your app. So if you have the weather app, that's a good starting place for you. The weather.com app. There's actually a handful of them that you can check out and be part of so that you can stay on top of that. Not only weather, but road conditions. Knowing your road conditions. And as always, as we're wintering in, we're entering into the cooler, windier, blizzardy time of year. Please make sure that you are well prepared with supplies. You should have some non-perishable items in your truck, as well as additional water. Water is very important, whether it's for you, your pet, because if you guys are carrying your dog with, or the truck itself. So if whatever it is, make sure that you've got extra. Now our trucks are fully equipped. I mean, we have APUs, we have refrigerators, we have 32-inch televisions with company paid satellite TV, we have free Wi-Fi, we have the smart drive system, we have the Geotab, TransFlow Geotab system for the ALK logs, or excuse me, the ALK navigation and the e-logs and all that good stuff. It's there. It might be a chocolate treat, Anna. But all of the goodies are there. We've got double bunks for the most part. All of our 2018s. Ooh, that's what I need to get you guys. I'll get that update for you today or this afternoon. Get an update on how many trucks we have left that need to be switched out. Because as of, I believe, 2 weeks ago, we still had about 100 left. So we're making progress, getting those out as soon as possible. Huge shout out to those who have been part of it. Malachi and Lisa and all of the shop and detailers, and I mean there is a lot behind the scenes getting the new trucks ready to go and getting individuals swapped out and upgraded to their trucks. So there's a lot of hands behind the scenes that most of us don't realize. So or at least need to be reminded. So kudos to all those who have been part of that and continue to get these trucks in and seated. So like to see it. Anyways, if you have more questions, please reach out to one of our recruiters at 888-668-0698. If you aren't following us on TikTok, you should, Amy. And if you're not following us on our Facebook page, please do so as well, facebook.com/DTLinc. And as always, join us every week right here on our YouTube Live. It's at Tuesday at noon Central. You can click the bell. Once you subscribe, click the bell. You'll be notified each and every time we upload a video, go live, all that good stuff. So be part of the crew. You guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Look forward to visiting with you and be safe. Stay warm.